Hey everybody, today I am in the city of Philadelphia to visit the Wanamaker building in Center City. Now this building was one of the first department stores to ever open in the United States. It's currently a Macy's, which has announced that it's going to be closing within just a few weeks from the time of me shooting this video. This building has so much history behind it. It houses one of the, I think, the largest pipe organ in the entire world. It's been open for over 100 years. It was several different department stores throughout its history. It began as Wanamaker's. I think it became Lord & Taylor and Hecht sometime during its historical run. It was also the shooting location of the movie Mannequin, which is a really fun movie from the 80s. So we're going to go and we're going to check this place out. We're going to see it while we still can before it becomes inaccessible to the public. So let's go check out the Macy's at the Wanamaker building in Philadelphia. Come with me. And just look at how beautiful and ornate this building is. All that inlaid in the molding and that green marble. Such a beautiful vintage department store. And we have these gold entryways with these revolving doors. Just so beautiful. Just look at that beautiful sign up there. Now, if you've seen the movie Mannequin, there's a really funny scene where they're trying to hang up a large sign right up around here. And the main character, he grabs onto it as it's like falling down and starts swinging back and forth. So now I believe that this particular storefront window is the one that's featured prominently in the movie Mannequin. It's kind of an interesting plot element where they set up these fun mannequin displays and people, like crowds form out to see them, and it's kind of the thing that gets the department store featured in the movie back on the map. And look at these ornate features here. It's a very beautiful classic building. So here outside the building, we have this timeline of the history of the building and the Wanamaker Company. Let's take a look at some of this. So John Wanamaker, he was born in 1838, and then he purchased the building in 1874, opened up his store 1876. So to think that we're in a building that has been open as a department store for over 150 years. This was the first store to use price tags. What did they do before price tags? It's, you know, you don't think about these things, but first store with price tags, electrical illumination, telephones, and an in-store restaurant. And it was 1911 that the world's largest organ was added to the building. 1955, the famous Holiday Light Show was added to the building. And in 72, it was considered one of Philadelphia's historic places. And in 1977, floors 4 and 5 were turned into office space. And in 2018, the Grand Court, the Eagle, and the Organ were declared historical landmarks. Okay, so let's head inside and see the Wanamaker's Macy's. So here in this entryway, we have this mosaic with the Wanamaker's emblem on it. This is incredible. Just look at that. This is a tile mosaic. It is really something that they kept this here, you know? Because so many places would have gotten rid of this, but they left this here. And we have these cool, I'm not sure what this is for, but we have these snakes with bat wings. Is that the veterinary symbol? That's a symbol for something. I don't know. Please let me know down in the comments. But that's really, really something special. And down here we have these brass grates that are pumping out piping hot air. Feels nice on a cold day like this. And just on the other side here we have a matching version of that same mosaic. It's really something. So right in front of us is the largest pipe organ in the world. And it goes all the way up to the ceiling. And let's just get a look at this grand building here. Wow. It's just truly beautiful, breathtaking. And now twice a day, they actually play that pipe organ, so hopefully we'll get to hear that. So now let's get a look at this massive eagle statue. Now this was featured in the World's Fair, I want to say around like 1920s. And it's been here in the lobby of this building ever since. And now it's sort of a common phrase in Philadelphia to hear people say, "Meet me at the Eagle." And this would be like their meeting place. Look at these talons. And you can kind of see where like the finish on the bronze is kind of worn off, I'm assuming because people will come up and touch these. Maybe it's good luck to touch the eagle's talons. So now this eagle, as well as the pipe organ, have been deemed historic places. So even though the Macy's is closing in here, these items will remain. So the fate of them is sort of uncertain what this building is going to become after the Macy's closes, but these items will indeed be preserved, which is a good thing. Yeah, meet me at the Eagle. The Grand Court Eagle, majestic bronze beauty. Okay, so it was 1904 St. Louis Fair. I was a little off with my dates. More than meets the eye. It has remained here for over a century. And wow, it is a heavy, heavy item. Such a beautiful piece of art here. And here we have a quote from John Wanamaker, who is the original creator of this store. And it's just kind of neat that even though this is currently an operating Macy's, that they haven't completely just like erased all the retail history of this building. Here we have a plaque declaring the John Wanamaker store as a historic national landmark. Very cool. Just look at these beautiful archways here in the main hall. Just so ornate, so much detail. And these columns all through here. And I think that little balcony over there is sort of like a lobby area for the main building. And up above us is that massive pipe organ. And just look at these, I guess you'd call these jars. I'm not sure if they have any real purpose other than just to look pretty. You have that creepy face there, and some griffins, and all kinds of cool things here. Okay, so here we are in the men's section, and just look at all the detail, all that ornate molding up on the ceiling of this building, and these really cool copper light fixtures. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Just everywhere you look in this building, there's just so much beautiful detail. If we look above, right there, we have a really cool picture of the iconic eagle sculpture, which is actually just right ahead up there. You can see that stern, majestic face of the eagle. And look at these wall sconces here. I guess you'd call these sconces. I don't know, there's probably another word for it. And I think these are sort of like American Revolutionary symbols. Like I see some drums and trumpets and swords and things like that. You know, being in Philadelphia, which was, you know, a pivotal place in the American Revolution, see a lot of that sort of stuff around here. And look at this grand staircase with these lampposts and this gargoyle here. I don't know, am I allowed to walk up this? I'm not sure. I don't think it leads anywhere. But it is just beautiful and amazing to see something like this in a department store. Let's get a good look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Just everywhere you go, it's just all this brass. Let me just take a close look at this lion, gargoyle. I don't know what you would call him. Let's look at that. I'm guessing this is the old Wanamaker symbol here. Very neat. And up top, I think there's some sort of fresco. I don't know who that depicts exactly. But look at that. And this staircase continues down this way, which I assume the store is just using this for storage. But even still, it's just really beautiful to see. Just this old railing. And I think this is old terrazzo. Yeah, look at that. And here we have a historical bronze plaque dedicated to Ulysses S. Grant. And over here we have another one of these beautiful staircases with the lampposts and the little gargoyle. I just see this and I just kind of want to walk down it and make a grand entrance. I don't know for who, but kind of want to do it when I see that. So I think this is the perfume and jewelry section. And just look at these lighting fixtures. I'm guessing these are original. I'm not really certain, but they're certainly beautiful and old looking. Very nice. And they're just all through this section. This is how department stores used to feel when I was growing up. Just very luxurious. Now everything's so cold and sterile. So I noticed these little placards all through this section, and I believe they represent each of the 50 states. That's Maryland. And over here we have Massachusetts. Yeah, so these must be state seals here. And they're all through here. I'm not going to go through all 50 of them. Yeah, over here we have Georgia. Very neat. Here we have one for Pennsylvania, the state in which I'm currently standing. And over here is New Jersey, my home sweet home. We have yet another staircase. This time we have these cherub statues. A really cool lamp on top of it. Very nice. We have these staircases leading up. I would love to have just like unfettered access to this place and just be able to go into all these like back room areas and just see what's back there. I'm sure there's all kinds of amazing things to be seen. Okay, let's take the escalator up to the second floor. Alright, so here we are on the second floor in the Macy's backstage area. And we just have more of this just classic ornate architecture all throughout it. It's just so beautiful to see. And it's like, you know, they have these modern fixtures set up just kind of in front of what used to be the classic design here. I would have loved to have gone to this place back in the day. It would have been amazing. And that's kind of a cool fixture, almost like a upside down umbrella. Okay, so from here we can get a really good view of the pipe organ and just look at how beautiful that is. And so that extends all the way up to the top of this building. Really magnificent, and we can see that angel on top. Let me just zoom in on that a little bit. We have this angel sculpture with trumpets. I guess trumpets of heaven, I suppose. Just a gorgeous musical instrument. Okay, and here we are in the formal wear section. And again, just very ornate, old school architecture. Just look at that. Look at how the paint's peeling off of that. That's so cool. And you can just see there's all kinds of stuff behind the Macy's fixture. And I would just love to be able to go back there and just see what all is back there, you know? I bet there's all kinds of cool mysteries to be hidden, be discovered, I should say. All right, let's take a little quick look back here at this staircase. Just another beautiful staircase. And over here, another one of these gigantic urn things. Very cool. So I'm guessing this is just kind of used by Macy's for storage and things like that. Let's see, how far up can we see? Just look at how that old paint is peeling off the wall. There's a beauty in peeling paint. And if you've ever gone to an abandoned building, you know what I'm talking about. And over here on this platform is the controls to the organ. Let's see if we can get a peek at that. I don't know how much we can really see from here, but very complex instrument, I'm sure. Must be difficult to play. I don't know the first thing about playing an organ. You can see some pedals down there. Very cool. And even this little platform area is just very ornate and beautiful. Just with this dark colored wood. Again, they just don't make stuff like this anymore, you know? Yeah, so this is the organ controls. What do all those buttons do? I don't even know. You gotta be really talented to be able to play something like this. Now if we look back here, we have a bust of someone? Oh, that must be Franz Schubert. I can see it written down on the bottom there. Who's a classical musician. I know that much. Alright, let's take the escalator to the third floor. And even this escalator hall is kind of cool looking with these cross beams. Very interesting. Oh, and it's Rocky. They love Rocky in Philadelphia. They even built a statue to the guy. Alright, let's walk down here. We have another one of these just beautiful old light fixtures. And it looks like we have just some old photos of historic locations in Philadelphia. We have Ben Franklin. I need to spend more time in Philadelphia. I've only visited here once or twice. But there's a lot of cool stuff to see here. If you have any ideas on places to check out in Philly that you want to see on this channel, please let me know down in the comments. Look at these cool, faded old photos. I'm not sure what these buildings are off the top of my head, but they're here. It's cool to see stuff like this in a department store. We have a couple more of them down this side. I guess that's the skyline at night. Is that the Thinker? Or is that different than that? I'm not sure. Definitely looks like it. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so let's take a walk in this back section where the offices are now. At one point, this was an Egyptian-themed auditorium, and we can still see some last remnants of the Egyptian decor here. And if we look along this wall, we can see these faces sculpted into the wall. Just the last remnants of the Egyptian theming that they had in this area. So now I think the offices are over here, and I don't know if there's anything left of this section beyond this. There may be, but I don't really know. Again, I would just love to have just unrestricted access to this place, just to explore and just see what kind of historical remnants of the original Wanamaker building are still in here. Look over here, we have more of these Egyptian faces. Now, they have a Dickens village, or at least they did. I don't think they're going to have it again, where they have like animatronic Charles Dickens characters for Christmas. I think this is the section that they have them. But yeah, kind of cool little historical remnant here in this back area. So this says Greek Hall and Regency Room. So I believe there was also a Greek-themed building, Greek-themed room, I should say. I don't think I can go back there, but if you can see that lighting fixture. And I bet there's all kinds of cool stuff back there. Oh, to be able to explore here. But I don't want to upset any people working back there. And do you see that up above the door? That Egyptian emblem there? Very neat. All right, we're on the 3rd floor, and I think we can get a really good view of the organ from here. We can see that beautiful angel up there. And just all the inner workings are behind that sort of latticed structure right there. And now when I see this part, I think about the one scene in Mannequin where they're doing a really fun dance number, and you can see Kim Cattrall dancing on this little platform here in front of the organ. And now I also remember a scene in Mannequin where there's a view similar to this one, and we see the security guard. I guess he's chasing after the main characters, and he's being pulled along by his bulldog. And I think up there's some other characters running around, and it's just a fun, silly movie. Watch Mannequin. It's a fun movie. You will definitely enjoy it. So we can see that only the first 3 floors of this building are being used for the Macy's. And up above we have another 3 floors that are just sitting unused. Now, at the time of Wanamaker's origin, this was all part of the department store, and it was later converted into other things. And I know there's a tea room somewhere in here, and if you look up top there, you can actually see more pipes from the pipe organ. Look at that. Okay, so down there is the organ controls, and I can see the organist setting up to play. So thank you for joining me on this trip to the Macy's at the Wanamaker building in Philadelphia. It makes me so sad to think that the Macy's is going to be closing here. And now elements of the building will be preserved, that's a certainty, but what will become of this building? Will it be accessible to the public? Will it be offices, retail, apartments? We don't know. What it should be is a museum, quite honestly. Just so much history in this building. Largest pipe organ, you know, filming location of Mannequin, you know, it's really cool stuff. And so many people in Philadelphia just have memories attached to this place. Just, you know, shopping here, going to the holiday light show, really has a lot of meaning to a lot of people. So to see the Macy's closed just kind of puts the future of this building in just such an uncertain place. So I'm glad I was able to come here and visit it for the first time and maybe for the last time. But anyway, thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.